Hello everybody. Welcome to World Monologue Games. You are watching the main professional category and this is Sydney. My name is Pete Malicki. I am the founder of World Monologue Games and I am your host. So I'm just going to say a few words about what the games are, and then let's just get right on with it. We set World Monologue Games up last year in response to the pandemic and what it was doing to the arts and entertainment industry worldwide, and you are watching a virtual acting showcase and competition. This is the regional finals, so we've had a stack of entries and we have whittled it down to the top 350 performers from 51 countries. This is the 24th of 27 events in the regional, so it's been a massive endeavor. We have 6 categories, and this is the main professional category, so it's for professional actors who are performing a 1 to 2.5 minute monologue. And because we had so many good entries from Australia, we are doing 2 shows. We did Australia last week, and now we're doing Sydney. So Australia was like not Sydney, and Sydney is, you might guess, Sydney. As our viewers, you get to pick, or help pick, not exclusively pick, but help pick who goes through to the global final. So at the end of the show, I'm going to open up a voting form and you can pick your 2 favorite performers. The judges and the viewers get to select the 20 people from across the entire main professional category who make it through to the globals. There's 8 shows in total. We had 4 last weekend and we have 4 this weekend, starting with tonight. You might encounter some strong language and adult themes at World Monologue Games, so please be warned. If you're sensitive to any kind of content, it may very well be in the show. You'll sometimes see the same performer more than once or see the same monologue more than once at the games, and that's because sometimes people submit multiple times and the judges like them multiple times, or because more than one person chooses the same monologue. We essentially let people choose whatever they want. If you enjoy the show, or if you want to support us, please whack the like button or hit subscribe. That helps with the algorithm, and of course subscribing gives you notifications for our upcoming shows. We do have the global finals in a few weeks after this weekend, so that's really exciting. They're going to be just fantastic events. The top 95 performers from around the world playing off in the 6 categories for a total of $5,000 cash prize. Leave a comment or a chat message if you're watching live as well. That really helps the algorithm, but it's also really nice for the actors. Show them a bit of love. That would be great. Okay, look, I think that's about enough from me. I'll come back on at the end and open up the voting and say a few more words. But for now, I'd just like to play a pre-recorded message from our amazing global ambassador Chen Tang, who is a very successful actor and was actually last year's main professional category global champion. So I'm going to play a few words from Chen and then we'll hand over to our performers. So everybody, I hope you enjoy World Monologue Games 2021, Regional Finals, main professional category, Sydney.
Hello! Welcome to the 2nd season of the World Monologue Games. I'm Chen Tang, the global ambassador for the event. Now sit back, get comfortable, and let the regional live stream finalists give you one hell of a show. Enjoy!
I come here every day for the dogs. The coffee's rubbish. Oh, don't tell Marco and Sophia, but the dogs are ace. There's something about dogs. Happy, energetic, curious, loyal, friendly. Check out this little cutie. Hey there, little papa. Oh, the little cutie. You, the little cutie. Good papa, good papa. Bye, Papa. Say, screw the coffee, am I right? Look at this floofer. What a massive mother. Hey, Floofer, I knew a big old doggo. Who's the giant woofer? You're the giant woofer. Bye, Floofer. It's heaven here. Until it's not. Do you see her? She must be the finest doge to ever walk the earth. Sleek, muscular, refined, focused. I've never wanted to touch anything as much as I want to touch this pooch. But it's a guide pooch. Okay, this never happened. Oh, she's so close. Oh, I just want to squeeze her with every fibre of my everything. No, you don't touch. You don't touch guide dogs. She's working. She's doing important work. You don't touch. She's touching me. She's up against my leg. Oh, la 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 la. Think about cats. Think about cats. I really want to touch the guide pooch, but I can't touch the guide pooch because you can't touch guide pooches, and I'm not going to be that person that touches the guide pooch. Oh! Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Pete, I've never been locked up in a cell. Ever. I'm 56 years old. I've been to a lot of jails, mate. To see my son. Lithgow, Grafton, Wellington. I've been to Long Bay more times than I care to fucking remember to see my brother. Have you got any idea what it's like? You wouldn't put your dog in there. They lock you up at 3 o'clock in a cell the size of a cupboard. And then you're sitting there having your dinner. There's a bloke over there doing a shit. And then at 7 in the morning, they put you into a yard the size of 2 tennis courts with 120 blokes to do your fucking head in. Drug dealers, drug psychopaths, rock spiders, murderers. Pete, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to do 25 fucking years? Because that's what we're looking at, bro. And you want to go fall in love? There's no women. There's no, oh, I want to go for a steak. Let's go for a beer. Let's have a party. No Christmas with your family. Pete, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to do 25 fucking years? Because that's what we're looking at. You want to go fucking fall in love on me? Pete, don't underestimate what we've got to do here. Do you understand?
The magistrate just handed down his judgment. You're to remain in our custody for a further 6 days. How's that sound? You Westie cunts really have got life all figured out, haven't you? You drop out of school to stand in front of a conveyor belt all day. You piss away your wage on darts and bourbon. You knock up some slut in a public toilet who smokes her way through pregnancy. And then you shit out a couple of dickhead kids to continue the whole sad cycle. Oh no, Ray, I'm not talking about you, mate. You're different. You've got ambition. You've got an ingenious plan. Listen to this one. It's never been done before. You're going to turn to crime. But you fucked it, didn't you? Just like everything you do. Well, I'm giving you a chance to unfuck it. Take my offer. Do something with this shitty life of yours before it's too late. What's it going to be, pal? Money bags or body bags? Why would you kill Gavin? Look, I don't have time to piss about. You did kill him, didn't you? Listen, dickhead. I'm offering you a chance, a way out of this. I can't figure out why. Because he was a fucking maggot. Suburban scum. Just like you and your dopey fucking mother. Now give me the gear, or I'll leave you here on your fucking back!
People are diagnosed with cancer every day, and you never think it'll be you. You feel sad hearing about it, but then you move on. How do you move on if you're the one that's being diagnosed? I have cancer. They caught it early, but I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm in so much pain already, yet I feel so numb. God, I'm 20. Most of my life has been going to school and studying and taking exams. I haven't even lived. I want to live. It's not fair. But life isn't fair, right? And this is just going to be another battle. And I'm going to win.
Have you ever been married, Bill? I'm a great supporter of marriage. I don't think people are meant to be alone. I don't think I am. Strange things happen when I'm alone, like dangerous things. Like once, I was in bed smoking a cigarette, and I'm lying there and I looked up and there was a man standing in my door. He just walked into my house. He just opened the door and walked right into my house. And he was covered in leaves. He had grass in his hair and mud in his shoes. And he looked so sad. And he looked so much like Jerry, only, that was before I even knew Jerry, so how could he? But there was something about him. There was something in him that was warm, that was comforting. Someplace I could ease my aching heart. And God, I looked at this man. I looked at this total stranger and I thought, yes, you're right. Love is the only thing that matters. If only I could get me some. I could laugh again. I could eat again. I could belong to the world again. And just as I'm about to say, yes, you're him. You're the one. My cigarette's burning my fingers. I turned to put it out, and by the time I looked back, he was gone. Disappeared. Evanesced. I never saw him again. It's always the way, isn't it? Some people say I shouldn't marry so many, but I have to. They keep disappearing on me.
Hi. First time. Yeah. No, not here. Alcohol for the first time. Yeah, for the good times. The guy at the counter said single malt is the best for the good times. But it's a lot of money. Back home we didn't have any money. That's why we come here for work. Yeah, to earn living. And guess what? My big boss here, who has half of my education qualification, which I don't care, makes me work double and pay me half. That's bad. That's not fair. Sorry. Yeah. I'm alone. I had Emily. Emily was beautiful. In fact, she is beautiful. For her, I was good at heart, well-mannered, but not fun to be with. Anyways, my mom wouldn't have liked her. My mom? Yeah, she is beautiful. She calls me every single day. And whenever she calls me, she asks me two things. Am I eating well? And when am I coming back home? These days, she's not able to see me clearly in the screen. And doctors are saying her eyesight is deteriorating. She tells me if I have made enough money, can I come back home? But I can't. Hey, I'm okay. Okay. All for the good times. Good times.
Do you have no knowledge of what I did that day? What I did for you? What the whole fucking country is still talking about? I could have gone away too, Dan. I could have gone away and disappeared forever. But I look back at that inn, that little house surrounded by coppers. I thought about your stupid face, smiling. Of course he's coming back for me, you'd be thinking. No question in your mind. 24 bullets in me. Half my blood gone and 90 pounds of armour on. But off I went, closing in behind them to save my baby brother. I was the first to see you, coming out the front door of that inn. No helmet on, your rifle in your hands, the devil in your eye. I'd never seen such a look on your face. Jesus, I thought, the brave bastard's trying to rescue me. And then you start shooting. But not at the coppers, no. At me. Screaming your lungs out. Firing again and again. The coppers have to drag me away to protect me from you. After everything I just done. A coward your whole life. And it's me you try to kill.
Struggle all you like. It won't make a difference. Trying to double my search team, looking for you. Cost. Now, everyone in here is dead, Brad. Do you want to join them? No? Where the fuck is Harper? Look at me! Cry, baby. I know the two of you are close.
You were Friday night after a few drinks at the barrel. Kalfas. When we were kids, me and my sister used to stare at the stars at night together, talking about life and planets and what would happen if aliens landed. We were happy. Now she has my shit. And you know where she is. So, where the fuck is Harper? Don't think you understand the position you're in. I can play with your life like you're a fucking ragdoll. Your wife. You think she knows about Harper? Or better yet, easy fall down the fucking stairs. As for your kids, send me straight to hell. That's a shame. Anyway, my Friday night is waiting and I don't want to be rude.
Don't you point that thing at me. Don't you point that thing at me. Oh, please. Please, no, God. Yeah, it wasn't good. But then again, a lot of people think it's not good that I drive a truck. They don't like the idea that there's a chick doing what used to be a bloke's job. I've been driving a truck for 7 years now, and like you, my neighbour Mrs. Janevska sees me some mornings and says, "Where do you go so early?" I'm going to work. "You drive a truck is no good for a woman." "Oh, really? And why is that?" And yeah, I've got a bit of an attitude because she says it to me like every time I see her, and I'm like, fucking over it. You drive a truck, they treat you like a man. You come out from truck, they treat you no good. Well, she's got a point there, hasn't she, Ron? Because it all started with Frank yesterday. I really like the way you hold that excavator, Amanda. I'd like to do some pelvic excavation with you after work. Oh, really? And I walk away for a few minutes. Next day he comes out with, "You know, Amanda, I've been out with a lot of women. One night I went out and I met this lesbian." And he says it like there's only one in the whole of Australia. "She told me she'd never been with a man before." And I told her I'd be very happy to answer her unanswered questions. And what do you know? She's not a lesbian anymore. And 2 or 3 nights she wasn't a lesbian, and she thanked me very much. And I'm thinking, she must have been off her face. Anyway, sorry, but you weren't on site, boss. I'm looking at my phone in my break and I get sent a whole lot of explicit photos from Frank. How did he get my number? How did he get my bloody number? Anyway, sorry, but sometimes there's just so much shit flowing around underground, you'd be shocked. You'd be horrified, actually. And on this occasion, there was just too much shit for my tank. And Frank just didn't understand it. It was 7 a.m. and there was just too much shit flowing around, and that's when he got shit for breakfast. All right?
No. The board gave the job to a 25-year-old, not me. You know what that is right there? That is 15 years of corporate experience thrown away. And for what? Youthful exuberance. For somebody whose only qualification that I can see is that he spent 3 years at university. Does he have any on-the-job, real-world practical experience? No, of course not. But I do. I just thought that might be enough to get me through the door. Instead, this is what it got me, shown the door, thrown onto the middle-aged scrap heap. And they had the gall to ask me to train him before I left. Considering the amount of work I've done for this company, that hurt. But You know this place. I wasn't going to give anybody any ammunition to hold against me. I never have, never will. And if this was my time, this was my time. I was going to leave with dignity, respect, and my head held high. So yeah, I agreed to train him. Oh, he was young, ambitious, keen to climb up the corporate ladder as quick as humanly possible. After all, who needs ethics when you can have instant success, right? So we got at it. I showed him the ins, the outs, the workarounds. He took to it all like a duck to water. Didn't seem too fussed about all the red flags that kept popping up. Rookie error. But anyway, what got him was that first-class round-the-world ticket he bought for him and his girlfriend on the company credit card. But as I've always said, real-world, practical, on-the-job experience is a great skill to have. Because, unlike me, this entitled, inexperienced little shit was absolutely terrible at covering his tracks. Ah, youth. It really is wasted on the young, don't you think? George Bernard Shaw said that. Or maybe I read it on a meme. Anyway, can't keep the board waiting. There is somebody they want me to fire.
Doctor this. And doctor that. And Doctor Watson, who's just passing and thought he'd pop in and take the piss as well. I'm burning. I'm burning in a hot tunnel. My desperation is high, and I shake all the time without reason. And I stumble over my words. I have nothing to say about my illness. And Doctor this, he writes what I'm saying down. And Doctor that, he attempts a sympathetic murmur. Watching me, judging me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to die. Yeah.
Hey, get that cleaned up before it gets infected. There are pandas in the cupboard. That's not uncommon for me, you know. To look out for my team. I mean, some people think I care too much, but I don't know, is that really a thing? Can you ever really care too much? I look out for the environment, make sure the kids have somewhere to live in the future. I mean, I care about people, you know, especially poor, innocent people who can't look after themselves. Because why should one group of people's lives matter any less than others? Because they're not what the world thinks is adorable, or they weren't born into wealth, you know? Oh, and I love Vegemite. I have a hell of a lot of friends from America who think that thing is black death, but I love it. I think I'm what they would call passionate about Vegemite. I love the stuff, mate. But you, I don't care about you. I don't think about you. Not anymore. You treated those girls like they were nothing. Like their lives meant nothing. I had to sit there. And I could do nothing. I heard their screams. This is to remind you that their lives meant something.
So I just go down my body. Okay. I love my stomach. It's not particularly tolerant of lactose or mushrooms or oysters or gluten or fucking anything. But it's a stomach and it's there and I'm grateful for it. I don't really know what you're supposed to say to your vagina. Thanks for the fun times. I mean, I should really say sorry. For not running. For not fighting harder. For letting it happen. I should have fought with everything that I had, but I couldn't.
Well, as you all know, Dad was an acts of service type. It was his job to make sure that we got up for school on time, although sometimes hard. Patrick. He would always make us breakfast, and without a doubt, every time would always have our lunches packed. And he used to make these brown paper bags, and he would put our lunches inside, draw a love heart on the center of the bag, and put our name inside the love heart. It was the best. And and he loved Disney movies. No, he did. No, didn't he? He loved them, and especially Milan. And he would always write either a quote from Milan or another movie, but usually it was Milan, on the bottom of the bag. I mean, he made thousands of these bags, and we loved them. When Dad was diagnosed with ALS, the doctors had given him 2 to 5 years to live. 2 to 5 years. Just have a think about that. Dad didn't even cry. He didn't even cry. No, he just said, okay, no worries. Let's just get on with it. And I remember standing there thinking, what? Okay, cool. Classic Dad. And he would run every morning without a doubt. And just with everything else going on in his life, he would just run. And as strong as he was, We knew one day that would end and that he would eventually lose his voice and he would lose his hands. It's okay. I knew how hard that was going to be for him because hands was what he used to show his love, you know. So on the day of my little brother's graduation, we decided to make Dad our own little paper bag. So we drew the three of us holding him up and our favourite quote from Milan. We wrote, "The greatest gift and honour is having you as a father."
How did Jake and I meet? Well, let's go back 10 years, peak hour, and I'm on the 5:09 train. There's no available seats and I'm one of the many commuters packed in tight like standing sardines, and we're all doing that polite shuffle trying to find some space. When then, just as the doors are closing, someone else jumps on. It's a ripple effect and we all have to shuffle again. Of course, I throw a little glare over my shoulder. And there he is. Tall, handsome, and just exuding these Clark Kent vibes. Still gets me. Anyway, the train then jumps back into motion. I'm thrust forward and back, and I'm like way off balance. And in my scrambling, I grab him by the crutch. Yeah, there I am, tightly squeezing a complete stranger's man parts for what feels like an eternity. When I do finally level out and I'm let go, he says to me, "I think this means you're electric." Yeah, there you have it. And whilst you may say otherwise, I know like I have him by the balls.
Jeez, I miss casting for Australia's Got Talent. I mean, all we had to find were tap dancing 6-year-olds uglies who could belt out a tune and that special someone who could play a piccolo. But up next, we've got casting for The Bachelor, which, as we all know, is no cakewalk. So to begin with, we need to find at least 20 vacuous beauties willing to eat their own crap just to be famous. Then a further dozen to send in as intruders and pair them all up with a man who is handsome, charming, charismatic, kind, independently wealthy, not a commitment phobe, and please someone this year who has no history whatsoever of sexual deviancy. It's a bloody nightmare. Alright, let's start with the girls. Obviously we need the usual, so one black, one brown, one Asian, and a redhead. Yes, just one redhead please, because like a football team I'm only allowed one. Also this year we need a girl from Iran. I can't say she's from Iran on TV though, because most of our viewers are knuckle-dragging idiots who get their news off Facebook and they think everyone from Iran are backwater goat herders. So we'll just call her Persian. It's more exotic. Then I need you to break them up into categories for me. So first, the real bitches. We need to find that girl that just countrywide everyone's going to loathe as soon as they see her. So I think morning show presenters. The kind of girl you give her champagne to and she starts doing impressions of zoo animals. That would be great. Obviously all the loose types, and then, country girls. I want lovable bogan to be its own category this year. And I don't mean girls from Newcastle or Ipswich. Real country types. Grew up on a farm, rides horses, smokes corn, whatever. Sweethearts. But I need a dead parent. I want mum either died in childbirth or dad's been run over by a combine harvester or something. I want tears, and I want everyone to fall in love with them. And that reminds me, can we not get Frankie the cameraman in on these auditions, because he winds up sleeping with all the contestants. And I kid you not, Married at First Sight last year was a complete and utter shit show. Yeah. Alright, well I think that's it. Yeah, happy hunting. Bugger off.
What you wanna be, float your mind and listen to the beat. Rockin' to the levels, you're so fortunate free.
Well done, Sydney. That was awesome. We have the best talent, don't we, guys? Congratulations to the performers. That was just a smashing show. One of the best. We've had some really great stuff at the games, but that was super solid the whole way through. So yeah, well done. All right, so just a few things. Massive shout out to our sponsors, Nyakachana and Arts Business Academy. They have donated $4,500 cash prizes to give away to our global finals, top 3 in each category, along with Chen Tang, our global ambassador, who very, very generously donated his $500 prize from last year back into the event. That was amazing of Chen. So yeah, give them a bit of love. There's some links in the description below. Find Chen on social media and give him a follow, or check out the links to Nyakachana's music video or Arts Business Academy's website. They have a free playwriting course, among other things. So you're probably keen to get voting now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just making a change to the description of this video. That should be live now. If you're watching the show live, you'll have to refresh the screen. But if you press the show more button or the little down arrow at the bottom of the screen below the video, you will see the description of the video. And in that description is a link to a voting form. You can go there and vote for your 2 favorite performers. You do need to have an account, which is free if you don't already have a Google account, just to make sure that the voting is robust. And you have 48 hours from the end of the show to pick your 2 favorite performers. After that point in time, voting is closed and it is up to the gods. So just a couple of things. Please don't try to vote more than once. We'll just simply remove all of your votes. Performers, remember that you may not share the link to the voting form. That is an instant disqualification. Please share the link to the show so people can come on and see these amazing performers. We've got more. We've got more in this our second weekend of the main professional category. We've got 2 shows tomorrow night, Australia time, and then we have Main Pro Canada on Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. That will be our last regional finals show. So make sure you check out the other regionals shows in this category. Some more brilliant actors coming up. It's a really very strong category this year. We'll have our results on Wednesday, I believe, at 8 p.m. Sydney time. So if you're curious to see who wins from the last 2 weekends and who's going through to the globals, check that out. Once again, hit the like button or subscribe if you'd like notifications, or if you'd like to help us out, help YouTube show us to more people. Leave a comment for the performers, show them some love. That'd be really amazing. That's all from me. So hope you enjoyed the World Monologue Games today, and I'll see you at the next show. Ciao, ciao.